Alright, I need you guys to like this video because of historical significance. Today is the last day of dry hay 2021. So I am sitting here waiting for Justin to get a semi-load of second cutting alfalfa unloaded. He has 2 more trailers queued up back there. Usually once we get everything off the field, we pull it home and then we worry about unloading the next night or the next morning because it would just be a really long night. And combine out, getting ready to go to beans. It would go today if we were able, but we are not able. So we're just making sure it's ready to go. We have rain coming tonight, so I doubt we'll be cutting beans tomorrow. But the next nice day, I'm sure, will be after cutting beans. So we made some freaking gorgeous hay yesterday from the same field we're going into. It's about a 100-acre field, and we couldn't quite get all of it dry by the time we were able to actually get rolling. It was about 4 o'clock, so we baled up like 30 acres, and we have close to 70 acres left today. I mean, just neon green stuff. Fantastic hay. So we'll get that put away. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the video, but that's 3-day hay, and you'll be able to see the difference in color between 3 and 4-day hay. If you get hay made in 4 days, it's gonna sell great. It's really nice hay. But if for some reason you get it made later in the year in 3 days, the color is just out of this world. Looks like it came from Arizona or something. So super psyched about this, but it's gonna go in the same batch as today's hay is gonna go in. So whoever gets it's just gonna be lucky. It's not like we're gonna be rewarded a little bit more. Very nice stuff. Orchard alfalfa, full leaf. So I don't know how much you guys know about keeping dry hay, but with these bundles you can't really cheat moisture. So by the next morning, if they're not going to keep very well, you'll be able to stick your hand in between the bundles and start to feel heat. And we usually do that in the first 10 or so bundles we unload in the morning, and we haven't felt anything. We wouldn't have baled it if we thought it was wet because we still have today to bale. So that's not something we would have ever done, but you do get into situations where there's rain coming that night. The hay maybe has only been down 3 or 4 days and you absolutely have to bale. You don't have a choice. It can be marginal, you know, like 19 to 21%. And that's when you wake up the next morning, you're like, man, I really hope it doesn't feel very warm. But we've been super lucky this year. Filling up fast. Now the one day we weren't gonna get done, I pulled the big square baler out and made some stellar orchard alfalfa large squares. I mean, just riddled with leaf. Very, very nice stuff. I only made about 40 of these, just trying to get done. How's it look, Sammy? The barn's filling up, huh?
This is premium stuff right here.
This is primo hay. It's gonna make some horses happy.
I wish the camera could smell it.
Me too. This particular field we're finishing up today is at the home of McConnell's Meat Market. The McConnell family that has been raising cattle for a really long time, multiple generations. I think right now they specialize in mostly Angus. That's the black cows you see. And this might be the most picturesque farm we bale or do anything with all year. It's very beautiful. He has a super nice, the family has a super nice grain setup. He also has an excavating and earth moving business that's on the other side of the hayfield. You can see some of their cow-calf operation in the same spot. It's a really, really remarkable place. So if I get the chance, I'm going to put the drone up while we're filming because it's just really nice. It's on, depending on where you're viewing from, like if you live in California, it might not look like a main road, but it's on a main road for a relatively rural area. And it is just a very, I'd call it a show farm. It's very nice, very well maintained. So I'm excited to throw the drone up in the air. So that's it. I'm out of here. We got the lineup up here. That's a pretty cool shot. The grain setup in the background. Truck made it here, safe and sound. See if we can get to Raking. Last the head honcho. What do you think?
Top feels pretty good. I just
Yeah.
gotta get the bottom rolled up.
What's your philosophy with raking alfalfa?
Well, you don't want to let it get bone dry because you lose so dang many leaves. So you got to hit a happy medium where you keep the leaves, get it up where the air can start drying it and finishing it off in the windrow.
What happens if you rake it too wet?
Too wet, you roll too much in there, and then the sun and breeze can't get through it as well.
It takes forever to actually bale it.
Yeah.
But we don't have time today.
Oh, today's the last hurrah.
That doesn't feel too bad.
I don't think that. We're gonna rake.
So we got rain coming tonight, so we got to make a midday decision whether or not to get the large square baler out, huh?
I know, because they got rain coming in about 10 o'clock tonight, so we can't push that deep into the night picking up bundles and get caught with our pants down with rain. So.
Yep. All right, we'll roll it over. With running, it is pretty. With running 4 small square balers, we have about 80 acres. That's no problem at all getting it baled, none. We broke a bundler, we snapped the cylinder on it 2 days ago. So we're down to 2 bundlers. And it would be a real push to get that cleaned up before like 11 tonight, hauled home and put away before the rain. So we're guessing we're probably gonna have to run the big square baler just to get this stuff up and not get wet. It's not like a devastating end of the world to run the big square baler. We have such a good small square market. We get really, really top dollar for it. The big squares, I don't have a huge market built up. I'm sure I can get rid of them when it's good hay. It's just, I know I have it sold easily with these small squares, and that's kind of how we developed our specialty. So it's not the end of the world. It's just something different you gotta market. So we run these rakes at nearly an idle. You don't see any leaf shatter going on. I mean, a lot of guys talk about needing to run mergers and everything. You might be a little faster, but they're also triple the cost. So we think these rakes do a fantastic job. I don't see any dew getting on the tire, so I think we're hitting it just about perfectly. And I cannot wait to get the drone up in the air and get this baled. This is super quality hay. Hey guys, I'm jumping in here mid-video real quick because 1, I thought you might have missed my face after the drone videos, and 2, this entire day did not necessarily go as planned. So if you were paying attention when my dad and I were discussing whether or not it was the right moisture to rake, we talked about getting the large square baler out because there was rain coming in that night. Well, the past, 48 hours, the news was predicting rain coming in at 11. That's fine. We would have been cleaned up and done and no big deal. But anyways, midday we did make the call to get the large square baler going. And that was a really good call because the rain came in at 7 and not 11. So we lost 3 full hours. And we were getting calls, hey, Jeff, the rain's only a couple counties away. And this is at like 5:30. And we're like, no, that's not right. And then you start seeing the sky get gray and ominous. And you're like, crap, we better kick it into road mode here. So I stopped filming. And it was a huge scramble. But I really want to give a shout out to the McConnells, the family behind McConnell Meat and Farm Market. They got some of their crew out there. They got us trucks, trailers, loaders. We actually had 3 loaders going, a couple semis. We were sticking it in the shops everywhere. We were putting hay under the pit. And we made it out of this scramble with rain 3 hours earlier with only, I think, 3 bundles really getting rained on. So that was a huge blessing, and we are like eternally grateful for that. The community support was super strong, and everyone stepped up to the plate and really hammered down, which was nice to see. I want to give a shout out to Camden McConnell. I handed him the camera and said, Cam, this is a crazy rat race. See what you can do for me. And he got some pretty sweet shots. I didn't realize that he was going 40 miles an hour through the field, chasing some of the loaders. And he also climbed up half a grain bin and got some pretty sweet shots of my dad. We stacked the load trail 4 bundles high. I was driving it under the pit just to get it out of the rain. So you'll see some of that process. And it's not even close to road legal. That's not good for the truck either, but you're just doing what you're doing because this is really nice quality hay. And the last thing you want is it rained on. So thank you guys for tuning in. I can't tell you how much we appreciate the support, and the videos will keep rolling. And to make, guys, we are pulling out all the stops. The rain is among us. We got 3 loaders going. These are the last of the big squares. We got all the small squares put away. This is not a hay hauling machine, but we're doing it. Shout out to Camden McConnell. He's running the other camera. I have no idea what he's filming, but I know it's got to be cool. We have rain coming. Robbie is in front of me. He's got 3 big squares. I got 2 with the grapple. We're running them up to the grain setup. Bob in the loader behind me is going to grab 3, send them up there. And I think we're going to beat the rain. I know you see a little bit on the windshield. It's nothing significant yet. This is a miracle. This is incredible. So I am leaving the field now, last one. I actually don't have any hay. I'm just taking a set of spears back. I tried to piece together spots for the balers that were left in the field underneath McConnell's pit there. They have it covered. So we have everything that really cannot get rained on under some type of roof. We got all the hay up. I know this last semi is going to catch a shower heading home. What do? We'll pull it in the barn. If it's not raining tomorrow, we'll pull it out, see if it'll dry, and assess the damage. I'm sure it's going to lose some value. Just the outside rounds, the inside bundles and stuff I'm sure are just fine, but it's a heck of a lot better than it just sitting in the field. So I wish I could have got some more footage for you guys, but like I couldn't really do anything once that rain was coming. I was going pretty high octane in the telehandler, and everyone did a great job. So hey, I appreciate all the love and support for the channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you soon.